Good evening everybody, welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. I've had a day off today, national hunt racing, I did a couple of personal bets there, I had one winner, won this trial thing I'm running, so I don't think that's going to be going ahead. Anyway, what about tomorrow? Well, I feel a Cartier's coming on tomorrow. Now, anyone who remembers this, it was the 50-1 winner we had about a week and a half ago. We had very little since, a couple of smaller prices since, but nothing since. But it's one of them days tomorrow, there's some very big prices, but there's been a lot of movement already in the last half an hour in the markets, and I'll tell you one for a start, before I go into detail. Brian the Snail, that's running in the 8:30 at Wolves tomorrow, opened at 22-1, rapidly jumped into 10-1, well 12-1, then 10-1, touched 9-1, gone back to 10-1. So there's been some money gone on that in the last half an hour, but we'll come on to that a little bit later. Right, so what have we got tomorrow? Right, Monday the 22nd of December, of course, remember it's the last race day tomorrow before Boxing Day. There will be no racing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as per usual at this time of the year. Lingfield, 2 o'clock. Roman Emperor. Now, that's opened up at 7-1 and is steadied at 7-1. It's 8.6 on the exchanges. It's £35 below its best official rating. It's got a £7 claimer on board, but that's included in the 35. Now, it's had a couple of second places at Lingfield, and it was 4th last time out. It's also had a win, a 3rd, and a... what have I wrote there? Oh, in the past 6 races. So it's had a couple of seconds at Lingfield, a 4th last time out, a 3rd, and a 1st in the last 6 races. So, steady-ish. Nothing to get excited about. Do I think it's about the right price? I think it's probably 8.6 is probably nearer to the right price than the 7s, but certainly one to watch, I think, tomorrow, Roman Emperor. Can it win? I quite fancy it tomorrow. So we'll watch this space and see what happens, but it does look a decent bet. I've got to be honest, Roman Emperor tomorrow, and I'd say £35 below its best official rating, but that includes the £7 claimer. Right, moving on to 2:30. Right, Sisters in the Sky. Sisters in the Sky. Sorry, I haven't wrote the card numbers down. I do apologise. But you've got Sisters in the Sky, £40 below its best official rating, but that includes a £5 claimer. Now, this is 16-1 with Ladbrokes. It's 19.5 on the exchanges. It is top rated. It is bottom weight. I like the bottom weights. The bottom weights seem to do pretty well on this system, especially when they're top rated. It could sneak a place tomorrow, Sisters in the Sky, but I think it's going to need the claimer to make that difference. It's got that £5 claimer on. I think that £5 is going to be the difference whether it makes a place or not. Its form isn't good. Its form is poor. So we'll have to see what happens with this one, Sisters in the Sky, because the fact it's bottom weight, I like. The price is probably about right. 16 to 19.5-1, that's somewhere around about there, I think is right. It's got a course winner, it's a distance winner, and it's top rated, but I do think it's going to need that claimer to be at his best to get a place. Right, Lingfield, 3 o'clock. Now, Beau Jardine, £39 below its best official rating. It is a course winner. It is a distance winner, but it's in poor form. It's 11-2, 5.7 on the exchanges. Do I think that's a good price? No, I don't. I think it's underpriced. I don't think that's value. Beau Jardine, obviously, naturally, I will be backing it, but I would air caution with that one. I think you need to watch this one. And if it drifts out to something like 8s or 9s, then I think it then becomes value. But at the moment, at the price that they're offering on the exchanges and with Ladbrokes, I don't think that's a good price. It's not value for money. Right, in the same race, World of Darcy. World of Darcy. It's £47 below its best official rating. It's done the distance, but it's all in awful form, current form. It's got no success whatsoever on the all-weather, and you're probably saying, why are you giving us? And this is the Cartiers moment. Second bottom weight. It's 28 to 1 with Ladbrokes. It's 20 to 1 on the exchanges. I think both of them are underpriced. I think both of them are wrong. I think it should be a minimum of 33 to 1, if not 50s. So I think that's another one, like Beau Jardine, I would hold off until nearer to the race and see what the pricing does, see what the odds do. I don't think, as I said, value for money for Beau Jardine, and I certainly don't think World of Darcy is value either. I think anything between 33s and 50s is more realistic for World of Darcy, if not higher than 33s. And that is Lingfield. Right, moving on to Wolverhampton at the 5:30 tomorrow night. We've got Rogue Thunder, bottom weight. So that's another bottom weight, that's two of them, bottom weight. £39 below its best official rating with a claimer. It is a course winner. As I said, it's bottom weight and it is top rated. It is currently 17.5 to 1 on the exchanges, only 12 to 1 with Ladbrokes and Willie Mill. The form is poor, another one with poor recent form. The fact that it's bottom weight does encourage me somewhat. I think the claimer is going to need all of his limited experience to get this into a place. It's going to have to make a difference. This claimer, I think it's a £5 claimer, is going to have to do his very best to get this into a place. Can it win? Yes, it can win. It's bottom weight and it's top rated. But is it tomorrow that's going to win? As I said, I think the claimer is going to play a big part here. I think without the claimer, I think it would struggle. Right, 6 o'clock, another one that's been out so many times, we just can't seem to get over the line. Papa Don't Preach, £46 below its best official rating. Course and distance winner. Form recently is 3-3-4. Last time out was 4th. Should sneak a place. I don't see it winning. I just don't think it's got it in it to win it in any way. I don't think it's good value. It's only offering 4.6 on the exchanges, 7 to 2 on the normal bookies. I don't think that's a good price for Papa Don't Preach. I think it should be more around about the 6 mark, if not more. 6 or 7 to 1, I think, would be a more realistic price for that. So that's another one. That's 3. I'm sort of telling you to be very, very careful of, and maybe look at them nearer to the time of the off. And the final one, the 8:30, which I talked about right at the beginning of this video. Brian the Snail, another one that is bottom weight. So that's 3 bottom weights tomorrow. Now that could be worth putting those 3 in an each way patent or something like that, or a treble, each way treble, whatever. They're all bottom weights, and bottom weights do tend to do well with this system. And that's Rogue Thunder, Brian the Snail, and Sisters in the Sky. Right, getting back to Brian the Snail in the 8:30, it's £38 below its best official rating. As I've said, it's bottom weight, but it's £38 with the claimer. It's a course and distance win. It's had a win here as well at Wolves. I do think the claimer is going to need to make a difference, but there's been some money on this in the first half an hour of training tonight, because it's coming from 22s, where it opened, into 9s, touch 9s I should say, and went to 10s. Don't know what it is now. I'm talking about the last 20 minutes or so. So there's been some money shot on that. Form, power, another one with very, very poor form, but it has had a couple of seconds in its past 4 races, so it's not desperately bad form, but we know in the past it's been an absolutely quality horse, and as I said, if it's had a couple of seconds in its last 4 races, it's still got some quality in it. The fact that it's, as I've said, opened at 22s, come into 9s, gone to 10s, there's been some money. So what am I going to do tomorrow? Well, I'm going to make my decision tomorrow, but I'll give you a little hint. I think the 3 bottom weights should definitely go into a treble or a patent or a Trixie each way. As for value, I've told you, I don't think Papa Don't Preaches it is good value. I don't think Beau Jardine is good value, and I certainly don't think World of Darcy is good value at the moment. I think what you need to do is hold back on those 3 until nearer the time of the race, or sometime maybe 11, 12, 1 o'clock-ish. See what the price is then. As I said, I think Beau Jardine should be around about 8s or 9s. I think World of Darcy should be more 33, 40 to 50s. And Papa Don't Breach for me should be more like 7s and 8s, not 4.6 or 7 to 2. And that's it. That's a really detailed insight into tomorrow. It's good to be back tonight. It's been a long day. And of course it is the last race day meeting before Friday because of Christmas. So good luck tomorrow. I shall see you tomorrow night for the results, good or bad, or even ugly. And whatever you do tonight, enjoy. And thanks for watching The Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee.